4th of July fireworks, there's a lot of things that put our pets at risk. And one of them is going to be just the anxiety and fear. My personal dogs, once they start hearing fireworks, they go hide in the closet and they're shaking and shaking and shaking. And so certainly trying to have other noises happening. Some dogs are so bad that there's certain medications that we can offer to kind of help with that. And so I think that's important to talk to your veterinarian before that happens, because once it's happening, it's already too late. People buy fireworks and sometimes their animals can actually get into them, and we don't really see this with cats, but dogs certainly are very curious and they might eat certain items. So we've had dogs eat fireworks and things like that, and that can be dangerous as well. And so if that happens, definitely call your veterinarian and bring them in as soon as possible. There are certainly dogs that go to the lake all the time. They're used to it, they swim, they're fine. And again, just knowing your pet is going to be really important. Other dogs too will not be used to swimming, and again, they get in that water, they're kind of just trying to swim, and so they can overheat really quickly, and so heat stroke is another possibility, even though they're in the water and you're not thinking about it. So that's one possibility. We've also seen dogs where they're on the boat and they jump off the boat. And some of those boats, depending on, I'm not a boat person, but some of them have propellers and things like that that the dogs can get very close to or actually tangled up with. And so we've seen some pretty serious injuries because of that. And so that's another thing to know is if your dog's not used to being on a boat, either certainly keep them on leash, or some of them might need to be kept in a crate. Dogs love food, and so that's another area where they're going to be at risk for a variety of things. That can range from eating barbecue grease that's left out somewhere. We've seen dogs go and some of that grease gets left on a mat and they decide to eat that mat, and that mat can end up obstructing their digestive system. Other things would be, a lot of people are eating kebabs and things, and they'll throw those into the trash can, and a dog can get into that, and those wooden skewers can end up puncturing different areas of their mouth, and or they swallow them. And so that would be something to keep an eye on, and try to keep a lid on your trash can. And then there's certainly a variety of just foods themselves. So if they eat a corn cob, that can get stuck. If they eat anything that has a lot of fat, they can get pancreatitis. And pancreatitis can be, simple, where they vomit a few times and they feel better, or it can become a systemic thing where they get really, really sick and they can actually pass away from it. And so some dogs are very, they can eat trash all the time and they seem to do fine, whereas other dogs, they eat something that just doesn't agree and they can get really sick. And so again, trying to, there's a lot of things going on, and your dog might not be kind of top of the list to keep an eye on, but certainly there's a variety of different foods and things that they can get into that can either obstruct their GI tract or can be toxic themselves. Can be